So hopefully in a few moments' time, I'll be talking to Bob Jensen all the way live from a place called Canada. And I've got him on Zoom, but let's hope the technology works. But, we've got to try these things sometime anyway, and we'll work something out anyway. But I thought I'd just let you know the reason I've got Bob on the line is that he's been doing stuff for, 30, 40 years. We'll talk about that in a few moments' time. And singer-songwriter, poet, broadcaster, I think, as well. Yes, and I'll see how we go. But this is Bob introducing this song, Christmas song, off the latest record, the Silver Wren, and it features. He'll tell you all about it.
This is Bob Jensen in Prince Edward Island, in beautiful Atlantic Canada. And I just wanted to say how thrilled Tony McManus and I were with the beautiful job that Melbourne, Australia's Bush Gothic did on Christmas Song, the lead single from our new Christmas recording that we call the Silver Wren. And we hope that you'll like it too. And we wish you a very Merry Christmas and all the best in 2022.
Sun is melting gently, falling slow. Think about the time we'll spend at Christmas. Just about another month or so. So many things I tried to tell you. This morning on the phone. Happy birthday, and I love you. I wish we could be alone. Merry Christmas, and I love you. Thanks for making dreams come true. Only hope that there'll be many more Christmas mornings spent with you. People always try to tell me how wrong I am and can't I see. But you're never quick to judge me. Do you know what you mean to me? Here's a woman tired of running, trying to figure out what's true. I know I could be so happy just to share my life with you. Merry Christmas, and I love you. Thanks for making dreams come true. I only hope that there'll be many more Christmas mornings spent with you. Merry Christmas, and I love you. Thanks for making dreams come true. I only hope that there'll be many more Christmas mornings spent with you.
I hope you enjoyed that. It was the Christmas song. Comes off a record that Bob Jensen from Canada has put together called the Silver Wren. And features our very own Bush Gothic. And yes, you heard the little intro. And it's still relatively a Christmas thing. And Christmas is quite fraught with many different emotions. But Bob Jensen decided to put a record together which told some stories. Now, I'm going to switch over to see whether this is not going to create any feedback, but we'll see what happens. But I will go ahead and introduce Bob Jensen live all the way from, I think he told you in that intro where he was, but welcome to Music Sans Frontiers and 3CR, Bob.
Hey, Joe.
Oh, good.
Nice
You're there.
to-
You're there. Excellent.
Yes, I'm here.
Fantastic.
Great to be with you and all the way to Melbourne.
Yeah. No, look, it's an absolute pleasure, real treat. And, we're just trying this technology using Zoom, and hopefully the listener can hear it, but it seems to be going all right at the moment. And the thing is, the Silver Wren, Bob, I mean, it's a big story. We've only got a handful of minutes just about, but
Sure.
you've been making music for a long time and writing, and I think maybe you've got a very different attitude to what I have, because this thing called Christmas is based in comes from the Northern Hemisphere, and it's
Right.
transplanted all around the world. It's a
Yeah.
story. It's a story, and I think you've decided to add your own stories of almost a version of mythology as well, because over the years, as you know, things change and evolve, and I don't think this is well. You can correct me. I don't think this is a nostalgic recording you've done with the Silver Wren, what your aim was. Is that correct? To a degree?
Well, what we wanted to do with the Silver Wren was put something out for Christmas that was not, jingle bells. We wanted to do some original stories, some poetry, some music, like the song that you just heard by Jenny M. Thomas and Bush Gothic. And Tony also chose and curated a number of obscure tunes from Brittany and Scotland, Wales, England. So I think that the average listener, I think most listeners, even if you are a fan of folk music, you could listen to this record right through and not recognize any of the music. And that's exactly what we were going for. I think that there's some nostalgia maybe in the stories
Yes.
that are on it, but certainly not the music. The music,
No.
we were looking for something that was reverential, that embodied the feeling of the season. But we wanted it to be something that was different. And we had some wonderful guests, of course, Bush Gothic from your hometown,
Mhm.
and Lenny Gallant from here in Prince Edward Island, Canada, who's a very well-known artist in the country here. And we also had, Black Umfalosi
Yes.
from Zimbabwe, one of the great African vocal groups. And of course, it's a collaboration with Tony McManus. And Tony more than aptly handles the guitar work.
Yes.
And he did just a beautiful job, I think.
And we had a chat with Tony McManus a couple of weeks ago, and that was really interesting, getting his perspective, because he was basically doing a soundtrack. But I think had some serious free range in the choices of tunes that he researched that would go with this particular recording. So it was was very nice. And in fact, the tune that we'll play in a moment's time when we finish off is a traditional Breton New Year tune, and I think that's been officially released by yourself
Yes.
as part
Yeah.
of this
Yeah.
soul project. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, regarding free reign, whenever I collaborate with talented people, it's my opinion that you should just allow them to do exactly what they do best, rather than try to control. So when I asked Jenny and Bush Gothic to record Christmas song, I said, make it your own, and I mean, Tony, he's such a scholar when it comes to obscure Celtic music. I said, just find us some stuff from the canon, that will work here. And I knew he would deliver. And it's wonderful to work with artists of that caliber.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is the attitude, as you said, the collaborative attitude. I mean, obviously, it helps when you know each other for a while and you're aware of what you've all done. But as you know, within the language of music, it can be incredibly instantaneous, the connection.
Yes, it can.
Yeah,
it can.
Totally. That's the joy. I'm not a musician. I'm a patron. So I'm always fascinated at how it works. And this gig, being a broadcasting community radio station like 3CR, has been incredibly generous to me, and to do these things even just today, connecting with you, and the technology can work sometimes, Bob, doesn't it?
The technology is fantastic. I mean, we're releasing music all over the world, and it's doing really well. This album is the most successful thing I've ever put out in terms of radio. Besides Australia, which has been really good to us, we're getting play in America and Canada, parts of Europe, England, Scotland, Ireland. So it's really gotten out there, and that's, but it's actually more than we had hoped for. So we're very happy with the folks like you who have given us a chance to get on the airwaves.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's diasporas all over the place with what migration and colonization has done. Obviously, it's been a really tricky thing to transplant cultures and maintain things when people are away from their home of their ancestors and family. But like I said, I mean, my ears pricked up with this particular collaboration, and I got a lot of respect for someone like Bush Gothic, what they've been doing, telling Australian stories, of course, in their particular way.
Yeah.
But you've been, we mentioned that you've been a visitor to Australia a fair bit, a few times, and obviously we talked with Tony a couple of weeks ago that you were basically here, and then the pandemic happened, and boom, everybody had to escape if they could. Yeah. But you are still, things haven't stopped. Obviously, there's been tricky things, and we're still in a very, very tricky situation. We hope it's going to be the final bits as we adjust, but it's still going to be very tricky, unfortunately. In Melbourne town, in this part of Australia, it is very tricky. But you are planning in 2023 to do something over here?
Yes, we're planning to get back down to Australia in 2023, and we already have quite a few firm offers. I don't think I'm at liberty yet to say where,
That's all right.
but we're hoping to be down there for about a month, and we definitely want to do another show in Melbourne. We played the Spotted Mallard last time, and I think it's gone now, from what I've heard.
Yeah, no, it's called the Brunswick Ballroom now, so it's actually, not to denigrate what it was before, they've done a lot of work to make it very, very exceptional, actually.
Cool. Well, I thought it was a great room. And Tony and I are hoping to do a show in Melbourne with a bunch of special guests from all over the world who will be on tour, for your festival season. You wouldn't get too many outdoor folk festivals in Canada in March, I can tell you that.
Yeah, what is the temperature today for you over there while we're talking weather?
Well, today I think it was a couple of degrees below zero,
Okay.
but on the prairies out west, they're getting a really cold weather right now. It's about 30 below, I think, Celsius. So yeah,
Extra. Yeah. Whereas I think I find it generally the reverse. So we're having an exceptionally dry spell for a week and a half, which is unusual for this part of the world, and we're going to get some warm weather in a few days' time. So there you go. I mean, apart from a pandemic, the weather does play a role in it at all because that's what it is. But look, Bob, I'm really, really pleased that we got this to work. I really appreciate
oh,
your.
me too. Yeah, very much.
We
I miss Melbourne. I just love the city.
Well, yes. As you know, we had a very hard time, and it went dormant for a period of time. But it's certainly coming alive now. But there will be some consequences. But we'll battle our way through it, as you know, Bob.
Yeah, here too. Where we thought we were coming out of the pandemic, but lately it's been really bad. So we just have to wait and see what 2022 is going to bring us.
Exactly. But once again, thanks for making this record. And we should say, what's the easiest way folks can get a hand of this record, the Silver Wren?
Well, it's available all over the place, but if people are interested, they could get it directly from me at my website. And my website is firsttimesinceaugust.com.
Okay.
I put out an LP in 1984 called First Time Since August. So that was my first kick at the can.
Fair enough. It's okay. Well, I'll probably put those details in the playlist later on. So,
great.
Like I mentioned, I'm going to play one of those instrumental tunes because amongst all the stories, this record, it's got instrumental bits that Tony McManus has had a wonderful time putting together, and it actually follows the Christmas song on the record. It's called Blauvez Mud, and as we said, it's a traditional Breton New Year tune, and I'm sure there's quite a few folks saying easy goodbye to 2021. But good things have happened, but it's been tricky. But anyway,
it was.
Yeah, no, that's okay, Bob. Look, thanks very much, and
thank you. We'll have to have a beer when I get down there.
I think there's a good chance that we'll try and do that at some point, and I've just got to make sure here it is. Okay, I found where the tune is, and I'll play that, and I'll see you on the other side.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
Take
Absolute
care.
pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank